URMtv.
Viewers, good afternoon and welcome to today's URMtv news with me, Ukashwarabi Magama. First, the top stories. Federal government to inaugurate the 10-man committee to enforce Supreme Court judgment on local government autonomy. And Nigeria Labour Congress to commence an indefinite strike. Governor Bala Muhammad Abdulkadir flags off 115-kilometer rural road project across Bauchi State, and many more. Stay tuned.
URMtv.
Now the news is in detail. In a bid to ensure the Supreme Court judgment on local government autonomy, President Tinubu inaugurated a 10-man interministerial committee to enforce the judgment. Inaugurating the committee, the Accountant General of the Federation, George Akume, said the committee is saddled with the responsibility to enforce the Supreme Court order on the autonomy of the local government. However, the committee's primary responsibility is to ensure that local governments are granted full autonomy, allowing them to function without state government interference. The move, which is in line with the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's efforts to give appropriate implementation to the provision of the Constitution, is said to recognize local government as the third tier of government. Similarly, the Minister of Art, Culture and Creative Economy, Hannatu Musawa, has announced plans to generate $100 billion investment and create 2 million jobs in creative and cultural sector to boost the Nigerian economy. She shared this during an interview with the press in Abuja. Musawa emphasized that the current administration is committed to securing a significant portion of the global market share, which amounts to over $1 trillion to Nigerian creative industry, in line with the administration's renewed hope agenda. She expressed confidence in achieving this goal by capitalizing on opportunities within the creative and cultural economy value chain facilitated by conducive business and environment policies. In addition, the minister unveiled a partnership with Big Win Philanthropy, a major international development partner, to implement a transformative job creation and industry strategy. The ministry was drawn to the Big Win partnership due to its success in providing skills to 500,000 Rwandan youth and creating 1 million sustainable jobs in Cote d'Ivoire, as per the minister's announcement. Following the invitation of the Labour Union President Joe Ajero, the organized Labour mobilized its members nationwide to commence an indefinite strike, if need be, by today's midnight. This is issued in a communique after an emergency National Executive Council meeting in Abuja. The union had directed all state chapter and affiliate to mobilize workers for an indefinite strike from today's midnight if anything happened to the Labour Union President Joe Ajero, who was invited by the police for questioning over terrorism financing allegation.
So we are already working with our lawyers to look for extension of time. But this does not legitimize the charges by the Nigerian police to the Congress leadership. And secondly, we resolve that in an event our Congress president was arrested or detained at any moment, we put our appellate on red alert to mobilize our membership across the country, that all workers in this country should down-tool their services. This is the resolution.
The police invitation, which comes week after policemen conducted a night raid on the NLC National Secretariat in Abuja, it's said to be done on the trail of one of the terrorists who masterminded the crisis in Sudan. However, the police added that the raid was to search for seditious material in connection to the recent nationwide and bad governance protests, which turned violent in some part of the country, particularly in the north, where some protesters were seen waving the Russian flag and demanding President Bola Tinubu's resignation. Ahead of the 2027 presidential election, the opposition People's Democratic Party (PDP) has thrown its weight behind the call for the former President Goodluck Jonathan to join the presidential race. Ibrahim Abdullahi, the Deputy National Publicity Secretary of the PDP, announced the development during a press briefing, saying the position of the Bauchi Governor Bala Muhammad Abdul Qadir has resonated with that of the PDP. Recently, the Bauchi State Governor, Senator Bala Muhammad, also lent his voice to the agitation, vowing to jettison his presidential ambition if Jonathan agrees to contest. Bala maintained that the former President Jonathan has the requisite experience to rebound the economy and will do a good job if given a second mandate to manage the country's affairs. Bauchi State Governor Senator Bala Muhammad Abdul Qadir has confirmed that his administration will prioritize connecting agricultural market and production hubs to improve the economic situation for rural residents. During the launch of the Akuyam Goram Hardaba Road, he stated that his project is just one of 5 rural road projects covering a total distance of over 115 kilometers across the state's 3 senatorial districts. This project fall under the Rural Access and Agricultural Marketing Project RAM and have been awarded to 3 different contractors at a total cost of over 23 billion naira. Governor Bala highlighted that his administration has already provided access roads in rural areas to enhance agricultural marketing, aligning with his goal of improving the state financial and institutional development as well as effectively developing and maintaining rural road network. He also mentioned that his administration has contributed a total of 2.4 billion naira as counterfeit funding to support the activities under his important program. He believes will demonstrate the state's commitment to supporting the institutional and legislative reforms required by the project. Furthermore, Governor Bala emphasized that RAM project will be completed within the agreed implementation periods and will encompass 6 agro-logistics centers. He also proudly announced that Bauchi has been chosen by the World Bank as one of the 6 pilot states to exhibit rural road infrastructural development under his leadership. Similarly, Bauchi State Governor Senator Bala Muhammad Abdul Qadir announced that his administration's main focus will be on improving the welfare of citizens, especially those living in rural areas, saying he will be initiating extensive road construction projects to address transportation challenges. He made this announcement during the launch of Garingami, Gadai Arangwan Mangwashi Road project in Dizaki and Katagul local government areas of the state. Senator Bala Muhammad praised the World Bank, the federal government, and the Rural Access Agricultural Marketing Project RAM for the significant assistance. He emphasized that upon completion, this project will only address transportation challenges but also stimulate the local economy for the benefit of the people. Senator Muhammad also added that these projects are part of the larger initiative to construct 5 rural roads across the state's 3 senatorial districts and assured the public that they will be completed within the agreed upon timelines. 1,000 people in Sokoto State have lost their shelter as a result of flooding in the state. This was made known by the National Emergency Management SEMA in its Twitter handle. The agency reported that the flooding washed away over 20 villages in Shagari and Tureta local government areas. The flooding, which submerged the bridge linking Shagari and Tureta, is said to have prevented people from moving as well as washed hundreds of farmlands. As the ongoing Islamic vacation course enters the 4th day and almost round off, the family of the former lawmaker representing Toro Federal Constituency, Honorable Umar Mudaran, donates the sum of 850,000 naira for the success of the program. The donation, which was sent through the MSS account, is said to have been given to ensure the success of the program as well as to propagate Islamic knowledge to the younger generation. Receiving the donation, the facilitators of the event expressed happiness as well as thanked the lawmaker for the magnanimity. Viewers, with this report, we've come to the end of today's news, but before we go, a quick look at the major stories once again. You have heard that the federal government inaugurated a 10-man committee to enforce Supreme Court judgment on local government autonomy. Also, Nigerian level Congress to commence an indefinite strike. Governor Bala Muhammad Abdul Qadir flags off 115-kilometer rural road project across Bauchi State. On behalf of the production crew, Muhammad Yan Babson and Kabiru Almedon, and I, Ukasha Raju Magama, say you have a lovely day. And don't forget to join us on our social media platforms for more interesting news packages. Thank you.
URMtv.